Hello again and welcome to the Franchise Everything podcast, and we are today at the CouriersPlease office in Melbourne, and we're joined today by franchise owner Pappi Mukasa, who is the Collingwood territory owner. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Excellent, mate. Thank you for joining us today.
No worries.
Yeah, mate, we wanted to talk about your story in the business and how you've got to it and how you've been going in and everything about CouriersPlease.
No worries.
So, mate, what's your background? How did you arrive here at CouriersPlease?
Particularly,
We'll go way back.
Oh, way back.
Let's go way back.
All I can say, I pretty much arrived in Australia first of all.
Yep.
In Australia, yeah.
Yep.
Arrived in Australia in 2005.
Yes.
Went to high school, finished uni in civil engineering.
Yep. And where did you come from?
I'm from Congo.
Yes.
From Congo, so DRC.
Yes.
So,
Democratic. Well, we were talking about it beforehand. We're in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah.
Yep.
So from there, so now I'm here in Australia.
Yeah. So you came, so it was 2005.
Yeah,
you came along, so you were 15 years old and you came here and you started in year 8.
Yeah, year 8.
So how did you find yourself on the way to Australia? How did you, what were your reasons coming for Australia?
This was just because of war.
Yep.
There was war happening between Rawanda and Congo.
Yes.
So in 1996. So after flew to Tanzania, and then we got accepted to Australia.
Yeah, and you were in a refugee camp.
Yeah, refugee camp there, and then accepted. We were there for about around 9 to 10 years in the refugee camp.
In the camp, 9 years.
Yeah. So
wow.
Then we came here in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your thinking around coming to Australia in 2005? You've been in that camp for 9 years.
Yeah, but Australia, all I knew was America, Canada, and United Kingdom and things like that. But Australia, it's like a leftover. We don't know. So when they were saying Australia, we're like, Australia, where's that? So we have to look into the map. It's like, so it's down here.
Yes.
So so we're very excited to get to Australia.
Yep.
But we had a problem with language barrier. They're like, you came from a francophone country, which is France.
French,
speaking French.
Because it was French colony previously.
French colony. So for me, it was very difficult because, first time to get to Australia, you don't know anything.
No.
Especially
if you didn't even know what Australia was.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when we got first thing was we were in a program for English to learn from scratch.
We'll just move that in case that's coming through the...
okay.
Might be coming through the mic. I don't know. Jono's on the other side of the camera. He'll probably say to me the sound. Okay, so what was it like learning English from scratch? So you came here from the refugee camp 9 years and you had to hit the ground running in Australia and you started in year 8. What was that journey like? Was that process like getting assimilated?
It was pretty much... the help was 100% spot on.
Yep.
Compared to now with other ones that are coming now, but back then.
Do you think it's got worse in assimilation?
No, it's worse now.
Okay.
But back then it was spot on. People they're there, so you pretty much have yourself here, and you have someone here explaining details and things like that, and so year 8, so you do maths. If you know maths, you do maths and things like that. So 1 year you're doing year 8 at the same time you're doing your English as well as a second language. So
what have they removed in the assimilation process that you've seen out of interest?
For now it's like, because there's a lot of them coming, a lot of immigrants coming in and things like that. So it's overwhelm. So for them to start looking, also there's not a lot of grants going in to help those people.
So the quality of service is
dropping. It's kind of dropped now.
Yeah.
So it's not the same. My brother is into that, and it's.
He's going through the same process now, is he?
Yeah, so my brother is here, so he finished already, but he works as to help a lot of young Africans to go to uni and things like that.
Excellent.
So instead of other people to help there, so he's pretty much working in that particular area.
So you get through school.
Yes.
How was your English when you finished school? Did you find that English pretty good by then? Because you started in year 8 here in Australia. How did you progress through there with your?
Each day you wake up. Each day you kind of progress. So you're getting better and better and better, to the point where I finished my E10 my E12.
Yep.
which I did pathway to go to uni RMIT. So I went to TAFE RMIT. I finished there, advanced diploma in civil engineering. So after that, there was I think I didn't actually because there's an earlier entry for uni, so I didn't really put myself down for that. So then I had only one option to just go and do another associate degree. So I did that as well.
So this is in pursuit of a civil engineering degree.
Yeah. So when I finished that, then I went a third year. So I finished there with honors, bachelor in 2016.
So you did pretty well in your civil engineering.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I finished that.
It's quite a different career that you're in now.
Absolutely, huge different.
So where was the diversion? What happened there? Can you talk us through that?
So if I rewind a little bit back, so I'm pretty much love running businesses. It's something that we started in the refugee camp when my dad was working. So the money that he was making, we kind of sit down and say, look, you have that money. Why can't we get that money and invest it in something?
So you wanted to multiply that. What was your dad doing while in the camp?
He was a security.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was security, and pretty much a security, how much that can get paid. I think that time was $20 a month. So getting that, put into it, you're pretty much getting your revenue back because, so from there, that's what I knew.
So you were quite entrepreneurial there.
Entrepreneur at that time.
So you were buying fruit and selling it,
and selling them straight away, and then you get your margin and revenue profits and things like that. So it was actually working. So when I got here, it was like, my dad's like, oh no, you need to do civil engineering and things like that, or do doctor to become a doctor. But I wasn't passionate about that.
So you weren't that passionate. So you're quite entrepreneurial.
Absolutely,
back then. And but your parents wanted you to get a degree and be a civil engineer
things like
or
that.
a doctor.
Like, okay, if you really want to do other things that you want, but start from somewhere and things like that. So I really respect that.
Yes.
And also I think also really opens my mind more to think about a lot of things around it. And
so with civil engineering, so you got it. You were doing your work. You had civil engineering work.
Yeah.
And what were the roles you were doing then when you were a civil engineer?
I was first. I was so while I was at uni, I did apprentice for about 3 months. So with Transfield Services.
Yes.
Engineering, it's in Shepparton. So they pretty much do water supply for the farmers and things like that. They're making a lot of channels and things like that. The meters.
You did say your for the refugee status, you had to go regional. Is that right?
Yeah, regional area.
Yeah,
so you
Shepparton.
have no choice. So because we don't know where we were going, so we're pretty much located there. We're given house and things like that. So we pretty much settled there for that. But yeah, so done with that. And when I graduated, I kind of got into Fairfield engineering, worked there for about 3 months or 2 months or something like that. Then I knew that was the time for me to move
on and do something else. So what did you move to then?
So from there, I went straight to start looking online to double check what is there and things like that. And there was a lot of people that were talking about the e-commerce, how it's gonna just keep going up and up and up. And I could see it myself because a lot of people, they would just want to buy things online. They don't want to go shopping to do shopping or anything now.
You can see some potential there.
So I saw that potential there. I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to put my 100% in this and see how it goes. So then, I kind of present that to my wife, my wife now. I present that to her, and she kind of said, oh, there's a guy that I know. He's in that particular services that he does and things like that. Maybe you might ask him. So I called him. His name was Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jean-Pierre. So he's
Very
from
French,
Congo. Yeah, more French, yeah.
Yes.
So spoken to him, he's like, yeah, sure, I will talk to my manager.
So was he a representative of CouriersPlease,
yeah,
was he?
Yeah, CouriersPlease.
And what was your exposure to CouriersPlease before that? Did you delivery driving and everything?
I had no idea what was going on. I had how you operate. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So all I wanted and just needed a business I can work and things like that. He said, yes, you can buy a run and things like that, and then go from there. Or, there's other alternatives that they can help out.
Yeah, so you just wanted a business you could just sink your teeth into and grow.
Absolutely, yeah. To become a part of the business as well. So I was keen. I quit my job. I said, enough is enough.
Did you feel nervous? Were you nervous at that time?
Yes, because my dad was putting that on me.
What did he say?
No, he said, you can't just live like that. You just started and things like that. I said that I don't think I love what I'm doing.
What was that chat like with your dad? So you're a civil engineer qualified with honours, and you've got a civil engineering position, and you want to go and do your courier business and set up your own business yourself and be entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
What was the chat like?
Oh, that chat didn't go well because he didn't think what I wanted to, it's a good enough. And it's not security because that time now I was preparing to get married to my wife. It's like, you're not going to get in
so
enough
was
money.
A big risk.
Yeah, so it's like, that's a big risk to take. And when I had a chat with Jeff, that time he was one of manager here. And he explains pretty much everything and being honest to me regarding the business and things like that. So I I went home. I put that down to my dad. I said, listen, this is what's happening and things like that. I think I'll give it a go. And if it doesn't work, well, I'll blame myself. But if it works, then that's fine. So then, I took it from there.
So here we are 5 years down the track.
Yeah, now 5 years down the track. I wasn't expecting I'll be here 5 years because my first year I was like, oh, okay. Second year, oh, okay. And then, so now 5 years.
So it's just built and built and built.
Yeah, built, yeah.
So what was the start like? So when you got in, what was the training like?
Yeah, training a lot. There was a lot of helping. Like they were pretty much helping with information and things like that. And I mean, if you can't finish the job, they'll pretty much put someone else to come and help you out and things like that. So,
is that to make all your runs and stuff?
Runs and more efficiency and things like that. So let's say maybe you pretty much, let's say, because everybody here is different. What kind of runs that you're running, and if there's a lot of parcels that you have that needs to be delivered the same day, and so you put your hands up and they'll help you out. And
what did you find the most difficult part of taking on the business?
I would say learning the area. Learning the area that you have given.
So like your territory and just getting around. Is that an efficiency thing?
Yeah, so that one really, it was difficult.
Yeah.
Because it takes more time for you. So let's say, for instance, to just find that name or the area or the number, it will take you about 3-4 minutes. But once you know, it's just a click.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah, second time. It's just a click.
So would that be for everyone, or is that an English as a second language challenge?
I mean, it's for pretty much everyone. Because you haven't got used to area and things like that. And you don't know the area that much. So it's not really second language or anything, but it's just those things happens,
So how long till it started to feel like you're really in the groove?
I think after 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I start feeling now, I think I'm ready to,
Yeah. So was it something in particular about a moment or a day when you realised now I'm really starting to feel this, or, so you obviously had a rocky few months getting used to the business and finding your way around. What was that feeling like when you're finally on the run and it's all clicking?
I mean, good, because, the people that you go and meet out there, it's just beautiful, So being your own boss, it's number one. That I would say. So you pretty much structure your day the way you want to work and the way either you want to deliver this and this. And there's no certain time they give you until 6:30 or you get here. You have to get here by 6:30. But
that's
if you finish early, yes. So if you finish early, you can go home. There's not a problem. You come and leave the parcels, go home. There's not a problem at all. So it's pretty much flexible.
Yeah, if it's flexible, so how do you approach your day? How do you structure
your
day? So it works for you and your family?
Yeah, so I start about 6:30. We come and sort in the morning. By 7:30, it all depends how many pallets we have there and things like the cages that we have. 7:30, 7:45, on the road. So now first delivery, because it's like 45 minutes from here, first delivery will be maybe 9 or 8:45. It depends on the traffic on the way. So from there you have 2 runs a day. You finish, you have to get back by 11:45 so that you can connect with Maghreb as well. So you do that, you come back, you load the second, and you go off. You go again. So by the time you finished, maybe 4:00, you get here 5, finished, you go home.
Excellent. So you didn't. So you're Collingwood now, but you didn't start Collingwood, did you?
No, I didn't start.
What was the reason behind a change of territory?
I just needed something different.
Yeah.
So I worked there 5 years. So Collingwood, I just started about 5 months ago. So I said, okay, I've already worked here for a bit longer, so I need something that will challenge me.
Yeah.
So, because I love challenging myself, so I said, okay, so how about you give me Collingwood? Like, oh yeah, there's not a problem.
So what about your other territory? Did you sell that?
That one, no, I just give it back so you can swap.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
You can swap. So
yeah,
I just give it back to the company.
So So you've been here 5 years now. So what do you love most about what you do? So because you say you're after a challenge and everything, so you clearly enjoy it. So what is it? What gets you up and going in the mornings then?
I mean, the people, to see the people happy when you go and deliver the parcel in the morning. And it's like, oh my God, I just got my parcel. I thought it's going to take 2 days. And you're like, nah, that's who we are. We're here to help you out. So that is what drives me the most in the morning. So, I mean, there's certain areas where a customer will come and say, oh, I haven't got my parcel. Even though it's not my territory, I'll be able to call my manager and say, hey, look, we need to look into this parcel.
You can track it.
Yeah, track it. Can you track this parcel? And they will say, oh, yes, it's at the depot. I said, okay, I'll come and get it for that customer. And I'll come and get it for that customer.
I bet that's super appreciated.
Straight away, they will say, oh my God, I will never use any other courier. I'll just use you guys because of what you guys are doing.
And that's that personal difference.
Absolutely. It makes it different too, because it's all about the customer service at the end of the day. So for me, I reckon, we pretty much see them smiling and things like that. So it's pretty much good.
Do people ask you about being a CouriersPlease franchise partner, about what's it like? Do you get people who ask you when you're doing what you do on a daily basis to check in with you about what it's like? Because, I mean, we've spoken to other CouriersPlease franchise partners and they say people ask them quite often. Do you have that experience? Have you had people?
They ask you, like, what do you guys do and things? Is it just the parcels? And do you guys really have time off? And do you guys have this? And
so what do you tell them? How do those conversations go?
I mean, I'll tell them, I'm enjoying it. I mean, money is good. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, so you reckon it's a good? I said yes. So you being your own boss. So that's the most important. So you're not controlled by anyone. So which is really good. So yeah.
Excellent. I think that's a great way to finish.
Yeah.
Pappi, thanks so much for joining us today, mate. Thanks for telling your story.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And that's it for this episode of the Franchise Everything podcast. Please do like, subscribe, review, do all that sort of stuff. Leave comments, anything you like. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll catch you again in the next one soon.